again. I'm Tommy Vance. Welcome back to the show that takes dumbing down to a higher intellectual level. No, I'm lying. It's not clever, it's just plain stupid. Mark Atlas is putting the fire in the belly of TV cooking. He's known as the flamboyant chef.
Folks, if you think there's heat, get out of the kitchen. En fuego!
He's the world's premier human barbecue.
I consider myself the #1 chef in the world and the #1 fire stuntman in the world. It's a concept where I mix martial arts, comedy, gourmet cooking, and fire all in one.
Sounds like a recipe for flaming disaster.
You're #1! Yeah! This is my famous flamboyant chef adage. You can't cook a good meal until you cook yourself first. Yeah! You're #1! Yeah!
Oh, bring me my flaming arrows of shut up, chefy! Maybe a fireball will deflate his swollen ego.
I went down, I got up too soon, walked away, suddenly reignited. I thought it was all over.
But Mark survived, and now his ego's bigger than ever. We'll never hear the last of him.
I'm gonna be lighting up for the rest of my life. Whether I make it till 40, whether I make it till 50, whether I make it till 90. I'll never get burnt out.
Yes, you have to admire his resilience. Admire it while eating at someone else's restaurant, that is. Taking the My Dad's Better Than Yours to a new level, these kids have persuaded their fathers to take on each other at arm wrestling. It's a tense moment. Dads never give in, unless someone calls in the mum. But the only mother here is the mother of a standoff. And goodbye, kitchen table. That's a domestic big bang. A nuclear family deadlock, where something had to give, and something frankly did. It's race day in Mexico, and these racers are taking no prisoners, because it's a race. What use would prisoners be? But it's too much for this bloke. He's on a beeline for disaster. He's off the road and out of the race, but his story has a sting in the tail. His car's crashed into a row of beehives, and the stripy stingers are telling him in the only way they know how to buzz off, e.g. with buzzing. In comes the woman with the yellow flag, but no respecters of authority, the bees just get more angry. Like bees around a honeypot, everyone's getting involved and getting stung. It's a painful reminder. Next time they'd better remember to beehive. This unlikely circus combo is the stuff of dozy legend. Ramp and tramp. And just like surf and turf before it, it's an acquired taste. With ski jumps and trampolines, it hopes to keep your attention where others have failed. But there's no replacement for good performers, and these guys, frankly, are no replacement for good performers. The whole thing is appalling.
One right after the other. The stunt I was performing at the time was what we call a rapid fire. It was the close of the show, the finale.
Finale it may be, but grand? Perhaps the word you mean is grim.
I caught an edge. It's a nice way to say that I screwed up.
Yes, but you'll be back. Talent will always out. And with a big enough ski jump, you could entertain the world.
Have a great night. Bye-bye for now.
This man sleeps with danger, and danger never calls him back. He's Kevin Krieger, spectacular thrill jockey, creating mini Armageddons to impress, well, someone. and expectations are high for his next stunt. A spot of medieval veg hurling at his annual pumpkin party. Things had better explode.
I can't explain the intense feeling that I was having throughout the day of what was going to transpire. This was going to be a good, fun, harmless venture of blowing up pumpkins.
Pumpkin carnage! Bring it on! Yeah, pumpkins! Man's oldest enemy! Just because they're better looking than you, Krieger!
I know why you guys showed up. You just want to see me get blown up.
I was, without a doubt, going to have to sit on this pumpkin and entertain them.
Let the night air ring with the sound of exploding chap innards.
I cut a 55-gallon barrel in half, and I lined it with a kind of a dense foam. That's basically what I ended up sitting in.
It's not much to protect him from a killer pumpkin. We have a feeling that this is going to hurt.
Picture yourself being spanked by a diesel truck. I laid there for a minute reflecting on why it is that I let someone light the equivalent of dynamite under my butt.
I can't feel my leg.
I have no good explanation as to why we did that.
For the sheer spectacle of squash and man in unified conflict and an unholy mess.
It looked like some kind of vegetable nightmare.
Well, it's better than a nightmare vegetable like you.
Take a bow, Kevin. Take a bow. Come on. All right.
Russia, where bovines are bored. Locked in a pen with only each other to play with, these bulls are really craving some company. Enter the farmer with a bucket of cheap food. Unaware that the way to a bovine's heart is through his stomachs, the farmer didn't see this one coming. He might have to wait till the cows come home before this bull's ardor is dampened. Finally free, he's learned his lesson. Don't turn your back on randy bulls. You might just end up getting engaged. Barefoot water skiing. It's a skill. In the right hands or feet. Who needs skis when you can appear to walk on water? But for this bozo, it would help if he kept his eye on the river.
Learning this technique of barefoot water skiing kind of requires you to understand the right way to fall and the wrong way to fall.
And the harder he fell, turning the water into a sheet of glass. But with new plans hatched, Adam's off again.
Know what to do?
I think I know what to do, yeah.
I don't think I was showing off. It felt like fun at the time.
Breakdancing on the surface like a hip-hop amphibian. But even frogs cry.
I took the handle and put the mouth hole in my mouth and just kind of started doing some fun stuff with my arms.
Too much fun can be your undoing. Play by the rules or drink the lake.
Obviously, I still needed a lot more practice.
Practice won't defeat the laws of physics. And the rules of pain, do they bring wisdom?
You know, doing a faceplant isn't the end of the world. It's just extremely painful.
That'll learn him. Here we are at an LA motorbike meet. A good place to practice your wheelies, you'd have thought. And here's Todd Colbert.
At the end of the show, I decided to roast my tire a little bit.
A smart idea. Well worth it. Hope it doesn't hurt a lot.
But we're just goofing off, putting a show on and everything.
There's no show yet, but with flames, the AXA winner. Encase me in a ball of fire, and I am majestic.
I got off the bike quick. I didn't know what was going on. All I saw was flames.
The fire rages on unabated. This hasn't been thought through. farewell stunt and farewell bike.
Everything was destroyed in it. It was junk after that.
Oh dear, not. Here's a wedding, and here comes a man who's had too much booze and cheap buffet food. This is MC Hammered and his body popping madness. No one wants his company, and to make him go away, someone told him to hit the floor, but they didn't mean this. He'll be sorry in the morning. His head's gonna hurt, and someone's bound to tell him that they've sold the video to the telly. That's enough stupidity for now, but we know you want more, so we're back next week with more idiots, fools, buffoons, and me. That's good company, so you better be there. Until then, stay dumb. You know it makes no sense.
Maybe not so dumb as some of the world's greatest conspiracy theories. We check them out next.
Christmas. Never getting the toy you want. Overpriced tat that breaks in a day. Batteries not included. Potentially lethal. Simple pleasures. But try telling that to young people today. Computer games and Alco-Pops. They don't know the meaning of the word fun. Come with us and visit a past where reality wasn't virtual and gay meant happy.
I don't believe it.
The truth about Britain's favourite toys. 8 o'clock, Wednesday on 5.
She is like the Cruella de Vil of clutter. Declutter.
You can see that she'd quite like to disinfect their children and throw them out the window if she possibly could.
Depersonalise.
Declutter.
I love her. Anne-Marie's, all hail to the goddess of high drama and design. We salute you.
House Doctor, we love you. 9 o'clock Christmas Eve on 5.
It's 7:25. I'm Ben Scotchbrook. A mentally ill man is being held by police tonight after one...